Here I am, considerably more dressed up than usual, because I'm on my way to tea at Government House, not a place I usually go. But we are having a special event there, which I was one of the organizers of, to celebrate the 90th anniversary of Newfoundland women winning the right to vote. I did a lot of research into the early suffragists for my novel A Sudden Sun, and so when I had the opportunity to be involved in this event that was going to celebrate them, I jumped on it, and I'm hoping to bring you along. Here I am with my lovely daughter Emma, representative of the next generation of Newfoundland feminists, about to go into Government House for the suffrage tea. As the official residence of the Lieutenant Governor, the Queen's representative in Newfoundland, Government House is a much fancier place than we normally hang out, but absolutely appropriate for a celebration like this. Even before the program started, it was a pleasure just to be in a room with so many talented women from so many different walks of life, from government, business, community sector, the arts. It was a privilege to be here. Eventually the program got started, and after a welcome by Mrs. Fagan, the wife of the Lieutenant Governor, and an introduction by Linda Ross of the Provincial Advisory Council of the Status of Women, who helped make all this happen, I got up to read a segment from my book, A Sudden Sun, which was great fun. The Premier went on to say that after hearing several speakers who seemed to view this as a first step towards a general franchise for women, he had changed his view. "I am surprised," he said, his voice booming in the musty air of the chamber, "to see Christian gentlemen trying to upset the biblical doctrine that the woman is subject to the man." Thanks to our creative director and token man, Chris Dredzik of Trunk Lane Creative, we had two very talented actors, Jen Dion and Louise Moyes, portraying the roles of Newfoundland suffragists of the past. Jen read a piece that was written by Jessie Oman in the 1890s about her struggles with then Prime Minister Whiteaway, who was so opposed to women's suffrage.
He didn't like the name of the water lily. The name was too pure for the great patron of the liquor traffic. He suggested that it be called the deadly nightshade.
And then Louise performed a piece written by Fanny McNeill, a suffragist of the 1920s, about her struggles with the Prime Minister of that day, Sir Richard Squires, also implacably opposed to women's suffrage. We finished off with a showing of a clip from Marion Frances White's film, The Untold Story of the Suffragists of Newfoundland, which was fantastic for me because it was watching that film that first inspired me to learn about and eventually to write about the suffragists. Reading the commentary that people posted on social media afterwards, one of my favorite comments was from someone who attended and posted, "Why are Civil War reenactments a thing and suffrage reenactments aren't?" And you know, it would be fantastic if we did get together to reenact some of these great peacetime battles of social movements like the suffrage movement. I guess that's why I love both reading and writing historical fiction and also viewing it on television and in the movies, because it does bring to life those scenes from the past that might otherwise be forgotten. I have been so honored to have been part of this because of my involvement in writing a novel that grows out of the suffragists, and I guess it's a story I really hope more people learn about, because the rights that we have today are rights that we shouldn't ever take for granted.
As we go marching, marching in the beauty of the day, a million darkened kitchens,